Okay, so you guys know that I have had a few issues with my old computer and my new computer, and I had to switch a lot of things over from one computer to another. And then I thought everything was hunky dory, and I recorded a whole tutorial of how I made this journal. And then when I went to go edit it, there was no, what am I trying to say? There was no audio. I've gone back and forth trying to figure out what was wrong, what I did wrong. Was it me? Is it my computer? I don't have an answer. So I'm going to see if there's some way I can retrieve it or fix it or do a voiceover. I've never done a voiceover before. I don't even know if I have the stuff to do the voiceover with. I'm sure I do because I'm speaking here and it's picking it up. But anyway, that's just a long-winded excuse as to why I'm showing you this journal complete. So, as some of you already know, Johnny over at Junk Journal Shop, she is making these really cool covers for journals out of wood, and she, with her laser machine, is in some of them she's carving right through, she's etching, she's doing all the fun stuff, she's engraving, all the above. So she sent me two different covers, and I was going to show how there's various ways that you can approach this. So when I got this, she had stained it and done some painting on it. And she had already done a journal similar to this one in, that she posted in her own channel. So I thought, well, what's the point of me keeping it the way she gave it to me? Because it's going to look just like hers. So voila, I changed it up a bit. So she might have a heart attack when she sees this. Because it's no longer stained. And it's no longer stained because she had just stained it kind of neutral. It looked neutral to me anyway. So what I did, I'll try to explain what I did, and hopefully I can retrieve my tutorial because it's over an hour of pieces, parts that I'd put together in 4 different videos. But anyway, what I did, I got some crackle paste, and I put the crackle paste here and here, and I put some on here, but I ended up covering that, and I did all the back with the crackle paste. So then after I did the crackle paste, I came over with just some cheapy craft paint, dry brushed over everything, and especially along wherever the crackle paste was, and that's what I ended up with. So I think that came out pretty cool. Now, when I got the front and the back pieces, there was no spine. So I could make the spine any size I wanted out of anything I wanted. So I had a couple of pieces of my plastered cotton. So I got my plastered cotton, and I created a spine, and the spine I made it 2 inches, and I put some real thin cardboard in there to shape it a little bit, and then glued on the fabric, and then took the front and the back and glued that on. I think I lapped it over about 1 inch so that it would really, get a good snug grab to it, because it's 2 inches and all the papers in there is going to be kind of weighty, plus the weight of the wood already. So that's what I did. And then I went through basically all my scraps, and got all the different papers that I have in different shades of white and cream, and thought those would look kind of cool with the kind of cover this is. And just put in all these papers that I had. Now, some of the papers I already had printed that were in those shades, they just happened to be in French. So I thought, okay, well, let's create a little theme here without realizing it. And I went ahead with the little French theme. I saw this picture. I have no idea what her nationality is, but to me, she's French today. So she decided that she was going to be on the inside cover of this journal. So I just printed her out. I didn't have her printed yet. I had a small version and it was just too small. So I printed out a larger one and put her there on the front. And then these are, almost all these are from the same digi as far as the French documents. And then all the rest of these pages, I think almost all of these come from different ledgers that I have. So even though it might look new, these are from, ledgers from anywhere from like 1850 to 1915. So they all are vintage, even though they might be in good shape. And this is part of the printout. Then I stuck in here some watercolor paper, some mixed media paper. This right here is the mixed media, because I thought this would be a great book if somebody does collage work or, sketches, or just the basis for a nice glue book. Then I had these digis with these girls, and again, who knows the nationality, but for today, they're all French. And so I basically had a bunch of these printed out, and I just put them on there with a little bit of masking tape. Of course, the color coordinates, right? And that way you can glue them in there, you can paint them, you can make tags, whatever it is you choose to do. Oh, I forgot to mention, oh no, it's over. Oops. Oh, I didn't mention it because we didn't get to it yet. Hello. There's some other types of mixed media. Then I had some stamps that had a few little French words on there, French dates and things like that. So I had some of my muslin, and I just went ahead and stamped on the muslin. So I made little tabs here and there. And then a few of these, I just had these in my stash, and I thought, why not? So I threw a few of those in there. Another Miss Ooh La La right there. Some more stamping on the fabric. And so I have 5 signatures in here. Oh, and I had some pieces of my, I think most of these are on canvas, and they have plaster on them. So they're fantastic if you want to do any kind of drawing, or if you want to do transfers. Transfers look really beautiful on here. And that is how most of this journal is. I'll just go quickly. I was just trying to concentrate, not so much of what's in here, but how, you can make the fronts and the back that Johnny makes, how, you don't have to just stain them, and you don't have to like completely paint them either. You can dry brush them, and it gives it a completely different look. At least I think so. I think so. That's right. So there was 5. Yeah, 5 there. And then I had this. This came from a magazine. And so I put that in the back from Paris. And so inside, what I did is I got some cardstock and I got some of the muslin that I had and covered up the little piece of cardstock and lapped it over about an inch and then sewed these into the cardboard and fabric, and then went ahead with that inch lap on either side, glued it down into the front and the back. And once that was glued, then I put the paper over the inner spine. And that was pretty much it. It was kind of simple, but I like how it turned out. And if I can ever figure out how to rescue the tutorial, I shall. If not, I still have one more that I'm going to work on. And hopefully, I won't do, what I did last time. And because right now I'm using a whole different other setup. I'm doing it through StreamYard as opposed to a program that I have in the computer. So if this works, if this flip through works, then I'll go ahead and film working on this one here on the StreamYard recording. All right. So if you think this is something you might want to do, it's over at Johnny's shop in Etsy, Junk Journal Shop. She's going to have a lot of variety of covers that she's working on. And this coming week, she's going to be working on some of her own covers that she is going to have in her shop. And I'm not sure when she'll post those, but she said she was going to work on them sometime this coming week. So anyway, I will be working on this one, and hopefully it'll be filmed, and then maybe you can be inspired. Oh, did I give you the dimensions? Probably not. This is almost 6 inches by a little over 8.5, and the spine is 2 inches. Alrighty, see you soon, and hopefully for the tutorial of this lovely cover. All right.